Hi, how are you all? This is Dr. Chef. Happy Wellness, Healthy Wednesday. I showed up, y'all. Yes, I'm happy that I was able to get in. When good. Thank you all for your patience. Yes, I made it. I made it, y'all. There we go. 3 times in a row. Yes, and there's always an important things to do here on Wellness Wednesday here in the Shelby State. I thank you all so much for your calls and concerns and the support. I'm gonna give you all some time to come in because I know that my time is a little bit off from the 6:30. I mean, coming approaching in at the 7 o'clock zone. But nevertheless, I knew if I didn't get in, I wouldn't get in probably until much later. So I'm going to stay tuned to give you all time enough to come in so I can continue to update those because there are new ones that's coming on and finally finding me again now that I'm able to show back up again to this live Wellness Wednesday. I told you all that I would not come before you all again unless I had some good news and updated news, and I do. So hopefully you all have had a good day, Wellness Wednesday so far. Some of y'all refer to this as the hump day. I just refer to it as another day to operate in the purpose that you have been placed here to do. And I have a wealth of information. I know you all can't get it all in off of one segment, so I'm going to showcase again. I'm going to start printing out and posting out too for those of you all that's on social media. I will be providing more information for you all. So thank you. Remember to like and share. For those of you all get a chance to tune in, I'm going to do my best to stay in for about an hour session here. Thank you so much for the like and share. I appreciate that. And so when you come in, please, if you have time and your hands are free, state who you are in the chat or what state you're from. Be great. I just wanted to make sure that I came in, had a little bit of setback, but not enough to stop me from coming before you all. And if you get a chance, look into the chat. I do encourage you to, or on your YouTube, save this because, as you know, sometimes when you don't save, there could be really important, vital information that you yourself or family may need, and you look up and it's gone because somebody has flagged or someone has reported in information that they didn't care or wanted to have out, but yet kept private. It's not always misinformation at all. It's just the fact that, unfortunately, too many of the platforms, when with so much information going out today, there's a lot of censorship for different reasons, and there are other people that may have more influence on these channels than what I do. And so, with that being stated, I want you all to be mindful and save where you can. Save the information where you can. There should be a section down at the bottom of your YouTube page where you can look. If you look and it say save, then that way you can save, and that should help you to be able to still find it and put it into your archives. Okay. For those of you all that know how to do that. Today, Wellness Wednesday update. Of course, I had so much. I knew I've been so excited with, and even though it's been a lot of work done, I've been so excited because I'm like, finally, I'm finally coming across some good stuff, y'all. Better, the best, top notch, high quality things that you all need for your wellness, for your health to support, really truly support your health and wellness, and depending on how you apply it and where you are in your health journey. Oh my goodness, the testimonies that you all would see from the purchase and from the things that I've gotten a chance to be able to get access to. Um, only the MDs, mostly 99%, have access to, you all. So, unfortunately, yes, a lot of the quality things that you all are finding, even online, is not as high quality as some profess for it to be. It doesn't mean that you won't get some results, but if you like thing like me, I want the best results. And so when you have those like myself that's willing to coach you throughout the process and that's not willing to just sell you something and leave you hanging or tell you, okay, you do one, just call in and just get one session, one coaching. No, my clients become like family to me, and I make sure that you're able to continue to call in. There are those that will tune in now and later when this broadcast is over, and they are living testimonies that I keep up with you all, or that they do their best to keep up with me, so that when there's any questions that they have, or if there's issue with them starting a regimen and stopping due to different things that's going on in their life as a distraction, I'm here. Yes, by the grace of our Creator, the Most High God, I'm here. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna get started because I got a lot. And yes, I am. Yes, I'm punching the clock, you all. I'm doing my best. We got deadlines due to this so-called holy day season, and I have the update of the cookbook that is in arrival. So for those of y'all that's already prepaying, that's a good thing because the first batch out right at the Thanksgiving time. However, if you want, don't celebrate these type of seasons and you just want to be able to have some more good dishes that's good for the soul, good for your health, for the most part, for those who all they can, I think that you really enjoy the updated version of my healing thanks healing cookbook, which is only $17. I did not put it in the chat, but it's only $17 in shipping and handling. However, if you're ordering your products and things that I'm going to share with you soon, there would be free shipping and handling for those of you all that may need extra good, very strong, powerful, potent, no artificial anything, minerals and vitamins versus the ones that unfortunately that we have out now that is not changing the test results for anybody as far as your vitamin D level, as far as your vitamin D3, K2, as far as your iron level, your zinc level, your thyroids and fibroids and kidney failures and vision issues and anxiety, depression, mental disorders, or arthritis, gout, you name it, cancer, prostate cancer, you name it, we got it. Finally. And no, they're not all coming in a little bitty bottle, not to knock those, but this is what we mean by upgrading. They're not all coming in a little bitty bottle. We have the iron. Yes, I did go ahead and extend because I wanted the quality. The reason why I went more with the liquefied version for my brand, my Dr. Chef brand this past year, was because I know that it absorb in the bloodstream quicker and you can get fast results. But at the same time, the same could happen with certain minerals and vitamins that's not loaded or that's not processed with artificial things. And so I finally got a chance, you all, to get a Hope to dispensaries through really good colleague and doctor, holistic practitioner that I know that had that saw my heart first before credentials and said, you know what, look, I want you to have access to this since I see what you're doing. And I see that you've really been sacrificing here, not to just make a buck or not just to come on here to sound like I'm trying to keep up with somebody else and others, but I really wanted the best that was on the market for you all and for good, decent prices for the most part. And the only reason why I say for the most part is because there, as you all know, there are some that have more conditions than others, or some may have a larger family than others. And in that case, sometimes it may cost a little more, but come on, are we really putting a cost on your well being? Are we? And not on the other things that we don't need, that we can't enjoy. If you're not healthy and if you're not well enough to enjoy it, I've said that so many times before, and because I mean it, and because it's true, we shouldn't put the things that have been created by us more before we put it before the creator, which is you, which is me. Yeah, we humans, or us being godlike creatures, made these things. We were never created to worship anything that we created, but for us to be able to be one that could enjoy and the actual fruits of your labor. And so that's what I consider when we come across things that we unfortunately have to have extra of in order for us to operate at our full wellness potential. And then I know it's a journey. It's a journey. It's a journey. It is. But that's why people like myself were created. It's not that many of us that are true and authentic to this now that it has become an industry. And yes, even though I'm promoting things that can be sold, these are not my 100% brands. Mine is on back order and on wait because I wanted certain things to be done in a particular way. And through the companies that I go to, they have great integrity too. But I wanted to make sure that I wasn't having to upcharge two, three, four times, even though that is the quickest way to make money. But given the times, the signs and the times that we are, and the fact that I've never believed in counting people's finances because I don't help you to make all of your finances. And I don't believe in using guilt trips or trying to state what you should do like there is no other good things that you can do in the world with your funds or any other places where you can spend your funds. I try to just make sure that I'm doing my part as a holistic practitioner, wellness coach, to just provide things at its most reasonable price possible by not upcharging, trying to make triple dipple the product just to say because I want to give to a certain charity or a foundation. Is there something wrong with that? No, as long as you're actually doing it. I meant to stop on purpose. As long as you're actually doing it, you're giving all of those proceeds that you claim that you're lifting up to the people and not price gouging. I don't believe in price gouging. I just don't. So what I have, there's one upcharge just so we can make sure that because we have to order things mostly in bulks, that I have enough to be able to do that because everybody can't purchase at the same time. And I'm not trying to keep up with the so-called quote unquote Joneses. My great grandfather is Lem Jones. And he did own his own land. So it just never felt like I had to keep up with something that I come from. And so, with that being said, I want you all to know that you all have a treat here again. And because there are different ones that tune in that may not have seen it, the last segment, I will go over it because it is a lot to take in. And now for the update. And then I hope to, if those of y'all that's tuned in now, if you could remember to just to share with someone that you think they need this information or that want access to some really good things that'll be really good and convenient for their health journey or for preventive measures, then please share with at least one or two or however many that you can. Share this link with them now while you can. And don't forget to save. Okay, the update version of the Shelf Healing Cookbook, $17. And when you order over $50 worth of products will go in with yours and your short consultation, free shipping. You can't beat that, you all. There's going to be extra pages, extra inserts, extra things in here, and you only see my face and Thanks Healing on this one, and then other updated information that you all need when recipes. Yes, it gets really good, y'all. It's only growing. All right. Took some time, and then along with that, I have a bonus book, women, and our men that have mothers, daughters, aunties, friends, loved ones, associates, business partners. Still in a woman's treasure. This is an addition. There is an upgraded version of this book coming out. It first released during COVID, and we had stopped in its track. I personally know of the author, and the author is elated to work with me concerning this because he knows how important this is. So for those of you all that have doulas that call in, have them to give me a call right there in the chat at the 314-705-6264 if they want to purchase this book. But he's going to be back on Amazon soon. But I recommend that because we don't know when the shutdown is coming, that you get the getting while the getting is good and while it's in. That's what my advice is. Because at least when they shut down stuff and you all can't see me over this computer, or you don't have a backup generator like a lot of people don't, at least you got a good book to read to remind you of the health and wellness that you need to practice, even if they do a shutdown. Your mind is not bored. You're not stressing out because you have extra vital information, women, that can affect your body during stressful times. They're here already for so many that unfortunately had to have a part of their income taken this month because of the governmental shutdown and because somebody decided that it was okay to take away what some people actually needed to help support and feed their families. Now, we all know that everybody wasn't possibly doing right as they should be by whatever they consider extra is for to help feed families, but nevertheless, people need to be able to eat their food, and even if they don't know how to eat the best of foods that's most nutritious for you, if you take away the income that so many did possibly for various reasons, then now they can't afford to buy what they need to feed themselves and their children. And I most definitely think the most about our senior citizens and our retired people, and mostly our children. You also think about it in that way. Women, when stress time comes, you need books like this to remind you of how to best take care of yourself, no matter what. And so I am promoting this book along with my Thanksgiving cookbook. And then the one and the only bestseller over 20 years ago, but yet it's back out again, the new upgraded version of the Medicine book, the one that gives you the history from back then up until now. You all are hearing it from me first. From me first, little me first, that you want to talk about your Bible of health and wellness, of breaking down what has happened. You all seen me share how to eat to live with you all. That was one version of health and wellness from a some would say spiritual standpoint. For those who all that can practice that and can do it, this right here is most definitely universal for everybody, explaining more about the industry and more of the updated version of what's going on today. And that's the reason why I'm recommending this book now. Okay, you all get in $21 for this book, and you all get a chance to have access when you call in. If you want to get a chance to get consultations in with this practitioner, and no, everything is different. It's different. But he is a walking wellness health Bible, is what I would call him. I am now seeing him as giving him the title of a mentor to me. And you all know how detailed I can get times, but I always stated that I would do my best not to talk over you all saying, "Hey, how are you? Kanithia, how are you?" I'm going to always do my best to make sure that I don't talk over you all's head, because everybody don't understand the medical terminology and what everything is. And this is the reason why I provide the coaching for less than anywhere between $50 for children, $25 and up, depending on what kind of conditions that you have. But more importantly, if when you call in, you want to get all of the different new lines of product that I have access to, that only the medical doctors mostly have access to outside of technicians, therapists, yeah, counselors, chiropractors. Want to know how some of your MDs seem like they're well? Want to know how your chiropractor, when you go in, most of the time they look well? Well, they have a different brand. The little me that found them, you all. Is only very few that you may find over the counter. Very few. Let's say that's maybe 10%, less than 10%, but not the 90%. We all have access to this dispensary now. And the proceeds, that the little extra that I can get from this, go right back into making sure that I can keep this up and going for you all, and producing more books, and making sure that my consultations don't have to get too expensive to where you all can't afford it at all. So that's why I allow myself to get a little bit of the proceeds. And because like now, I ask anyone want to send in any kind of donations, whatever you have, 5, 10, $20. I have families that call in, young women, mostly young women with children, you all, that I do my best to try to help. So anybody want to give donations so I can be able to help feed them and give them free consultations that takes away the time from those who actually can pay for theirs, I would highly appreciate it. I will put the Cash App information in there. I do have Chime and I also do have Venmo. Okay. And so you all want to do that and help where you can, just for those who can, then I will be putting this information in there as well and sending out thank you, special thank you out for Sister T. You know who you are, for sending a donation to help out the mother that needed food for her children. When I tell you she's very grateful having 3 children, she is. I mean, this is a trying time for a lot of people during this time. As you all know, my children are older and grown now, and they're working and doing what they have to do. And so I really don't have that as an issue anymore as a mother. I have to feed a whole lot of mouths, but as a mother, and as a mother that has come from having a mother, grandmother, great grandmother, great grandmother that believed in taking care of the community. Y'all is in my blood, both sides of my family. Whatever we can do to try to help, we do our best to try to help. That's the one of the many great things that I am grateful for, that I was raised seeing the village and how important it was. And yes, I get choked up sometimes thinking about how you don't see that much anymore, how many people really do need the help. Yeah, there are some that can do better and help themselves. But if we're being honest, there are so many that can't for various reasons. And I'm just not one that, just because I've been fortunate enough to find my purpose in life and know how to take care of myself, I'm not arrogant or one track minded enough to think that that's the same for everybody. And I also know that we can't take care of everybody. That's why we have more than myself and others that believe in giving and trying to help out where we can. There's so many, so many. So those you all that are in a position where you can give a bit, and I say, please have a heart, do so. You're sending it the right way if you do. It's not a begging thing. It's just those who have the heart to want to, then please do so. I just want to I just want to make sure that I put that out there, because I stated to them that I would. I would, because I only have so much. And like I said, I don't upcharge for my services like most people with honorary doctorates do in this field, where they charge quite a bit, you all. And I used to be in that position where I had someone that I was working with that charged that much, because that's how much they valued what I do. But at the same time, that's how much they felt like they wanted me to have to charge in order for us to partner together. Well, we all are different. Everybody is different. I look towards the poor and those who need more than others usually. And I only say usually because it's those of us who have made it out of the crawl bucket that really I know for a fact. The more you have to give, the more you can give. It shouldn't be that the more you have to give, the more you want to take. And that's what's happening. You all don't see what happens behind the scene for some of the people that come over these platforms and what they do. But I'll never forget that there's been too many, some that I personally know, and some that I don't know, that's been before here using the poor, the sick, and the shut in as a means to try to manipulate you all into giving things that they should not. And as they say, they should have their day, from taking from the mouth of your babes and taking from the mouth of your people in your community just to give to their own, or just to make themselves seem like that they're doing such a greater work than the next. I don't believe in that. And I can't partner with that. I can only partner with genuine people and say it's the teamwork that make the dream work. It's the teamwork as far as how our hearts are. Where is your heart in a matter of actually helping instead of just only helping yourself to more? We live in a very greedy time, very greedy time. And we live in a very manipulative time. And it sickens me to my heart sometimes. I just have to do like some of y'all have to do. I have to breathe. I've often told people I am very aware that even though I have all of these products and accesses to different things that's good for your health and wellness, I know what the number one unaliving thing is: stress. And it's a lot of people that holler their stress because they're causing their own stress. But then there are those of us who are really stressed because we really are trying to do the best that we absolutely can do. And we're not overthinking how to figure out ways to how to get out of people what we want that you worked for, that you earned, or that was inherited to you. And so I just wanted to put that out there before I start showing what all that I have to offer here for you all. And I want to make sure that I put that in there right, the right information for us, the Cash App, so that you all will know. And then just put in there for donation, food or food for family, however way you want to do it, so that way I'll know what it's for. If it's for consultation, you put in there for consultation, because you can pay the Venmo, the Cash App, and do also you can pay through Chime, through all of those means, and put your own notes in there, and then put it in there. You can find me on Venmo is Felicia A. Hill, so that way you all know my name. I don't think I have the doctor on there. If you see the doctor, then that's me. You all will see my face because it's going to be on my Venmo. It's going to be the same picture right here, so you'll know that it's me. Or if you're not sure, just call into the number or via text, and I will respond. And then for Chime, I do have the Chime. We are working on you all being able to call in to maybe pay however way you want to. And the same for Chime is Felicia A. Hill. I think for my Chime, they only got me in as Hill. Once again, call in if there's any concerns. However way you want to do it, whether it be $5, $10, $20. The bigger the donation, of course, the more we can help. However, I just wanted to make sure that I put it out there, that we do have that available now for all donations. And this is also the way that you all can pay for products as well. And when you call in for any of the products that I'm going to share that you all need on a regular basis for this brand that's only mostly available for your MDs, you all can call in and pay through those other means as well. I want to make sure for all. If you have any questions on this Wellness Wednesday, y'all feel free. Ask a question. Y'all tired. Okay, y'all. All right, how y'all feeling? Somebody talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me how y'all feeling. And y'all waiting on for me to show y'all the good goods. Okay, for instance, this is one of the products that we have. This is the complex minerals that we have that's in your capsule form, all veggie capsules, you all. Once again, you will not find these on the market. These are available for the MDs, you all. Now it's available for you. You wondering how different ones are living long, how some of them could take flight doing what they have to do. Y'all got no, stay on it. Don't go away. You can have it. The B complexes. You will not find that brand. Can you see that? This is what we all need for before you can get to B12 before, and this is something that I was waiting to look for because as you all know, I had the Dr. Chef back, Dr. B vitamin B12, and it was giving people a good boost of energy made out of your original dark cherry and all that. But you all, the truth is that I have been waiting for the B stress complex and for the B complex that comes, which is like your B combination that you have for, because before 12, y'all, there's numbers that come before that that helps to balance out, especially for us women, for hormonal imbalancement, stress disorders. It helps the digestive system. It helps the body to receive and absorb the nutrients that you can get from certain foods. So there'll be is a segment I did a year ago about the B attitudes. It matters, you all. It matters. So I always recommend now that I found a good product for the B12, and it's coming in liquid form too. You all have them in liquid capsules, gel, however way you all need it. For the most part, we have it for that. And then we also have your zinc. Now, Solary is one that you can find. However, you come through us, we can tell you exactly how to use this zinc. This is one of the other top brands. And you all know how vital it is to have your zinc and your vitamin C levels proper. But when you call in to get the consultation, for those of you all that don't know your levels, but yet you are experiencing some type of fatigue, aches, pains, cramps, and you've been diagnosed with things, highly recommend you to get the testing so that way you're not wasting money like a lot of people are doing online, going and buying up all these vitamins, and you don't know what your levels are. Got the testing for that now too. Dr. Hill, what are your thoughts about cell salt? Do you mean Celtic salt? If you do you mean Celtic salt, Kinesia? Because if it's Celtic salt, then very powerful. That's one of the most richest in the minerals and iodine salts that we have. I do believe in Celtic salt. I don't know if you get a mince print like that because you said sail salt, but I know about Celtic salt. And yes, I have to use that because the thyroid gland issue, because that runs in my family, but not the diet. However, stress was a factor of mine. So I too ran out of my products. Yes, I confess, I ran out of my own products. I've given mine away for those who needed it the most, and in hopes that mine would come through in enough time. And it did, but not before I started to see that I was starting to have swollen thyroids, you all, from the stress of wondering when things was going to come together, especially after the storm, the tornado that came through here in May, and it caused a major setback from my product line. And so let's say some of y'all say God knew. Yes, he knew how much I could bear, but it started to swell. And if you look back on my videos, you can see where my thyroid was really starting to act up. And mine was most definitely due to cells, but because I fought through being anemic for years, um, also because I was not getting proper minerals and vitamins on top of eating the healthier food. Because unlike some, I am a part of that group of people that, yes, and I see the demise and death and people going through and people that can't help themselves, and seeing the people losing loved ones. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. So in that sense, yes, I am an empath in that area, and I'm working on the wisdom of how to utilize that. But that's for my lymph nodes, the lack of Celtic salt. And you only need, sister, a pinch of Celtic salt in your water if you notice that there is any type of lumps in the thyroid. It's something that most women suffer with. See, it didn't even look this good. If you look back on my videos, and I was starting to retain fluid because I was using another salt at that time. Yes, I had access to Celtic salt, but when you're stressing and thinking about all that you have to do, sometimes even us as holistic practitioners and wellness coaches, we wind up falling off too sometimes. We do. We do. And we wound up getting it, at least for me, that was the case. I'm so busy trying to get things fixed and back in order and trying to make sure that everybody was good and okay, and wonder, oh, wait a minute, what about my product line and everything? And before I know it, I started seeing it, the swelling to come. And so it was through me making sure that since your body does not naturally, that we know of, all the research is showing us, does not produce vitamin C, especially when you're in a very toxic environment like we in those states, well, in this whole country. That is a problem that will cause your immune system to be compromised and weakened. So you got to have your vitamin C's, you all. Is this vitamin C? This is the complex time. Where is our vitamin C? We have this one of the forms of the vitamin C complex. Did I bring it? And then I also had access to, there you go. There go my vitamin C. My vitamin C, I've taken those and anywhere to 4,000 milligrams a day. This is a 1,000 milligram. And you need this, you all. Don't trust everything that you see over the counter, because unfortunately I found out that they are grinding up tainted artificial corn, you all, for the vitamin C now. You want me to know? You call in. You ask moi. You turn around. You show me the label. You show me the name and the brand, and I can tell you whether or not it's original or not. And yeah, a lot of people are not willing to do that. But this is not my brand, and I don't make no major profit off of this. This is just a very excellent brand of actual real vitamin C that the body needs. And for those of you all that are, I hope I answered your question, sister. If I didn't, please you can correct me or answer another. Thank you for the question. Then feel free to let me know. That being said, a lot of us are not doing that because we don't want to be seen as trying to down somebody else's products. No, that's not it. I'm for my people. I'm for making sure that our people have the best qualities, because I know what it is to be sick. I know what it is to lose loved ones, up to 20 something across different states during the time of COVID. That the transition of my mother, the transition of my firstborn daughter, and all of the people, cousins, uncles, and everybody that had some type of precondition, and then those, and all of them did not take the shot or get the jab, you all, now that the results are coming out. But this is what I was promoting and pushing, that you all had the vaccination exemption forms, even though there was other people's names and labels on it. It was I that was pushing for that to be done for you all, that was able to take advantage of that at that time. If you're tuning in, I'm the one that was making it an issue for sure, to make sure that if we're going to go in as underneath any type of religious anything, that we at least make sure that it's provided for you all to have the vaccination exemption forms. Yep, it was I. Others printed it up, but I'm the one that made that a major issue, and it helps. It helped to save a lot of lives and people from a lot of side effects. And so, if that's your issue, you can call in to the 314 or via text in 705-6264. If you notice that your body has changed, your immune system has been weakened, you want to be able to get yourself back on track of your healing process and back to making sure that you're more stronger and healthier for these times that's coming, then you call in, and I promise you we can help. However, we cannot promise you what your full outcome or what your full healing is going to be until you apply what you can apply when we're not around you, because we're not there to force feed. I'm not there every second and minute of the hour to remind you. However, you can get emails, you can receive texts, and you can receive calls, as long as we're able to communicate to you. And I'll be there to say, oh yes, that's exactly what it is that you need to do concerning your vitamins. That's exactly what you need to be eating. Oh, and then the other part, eating by your blood type. I told you I was going to do a segment on it. Well, y'all, I am. I am. Because I know it's a lot of them that don't want to touch on it. No, the findings is not factual. Well, how about the finding is that everybody that I know that practices, they're pretty healthy and well, way more so than they were when they weren't. How about that? There are very few that today in this country and some in abroad that has found it hard. They've been struggling, taking them years and a few years, even when they move away. They're struggling to try to keep it together, even when they're in a different environment. You want to know why? Because they're leaving out their major factor. And I know we have those who can debate. I'm not open for debate, or I'm only open for discussion. I'm not going to debate something that I've seen and practiced with my own eyes. And once I change, not eating according to my blood type, that's when I, myself, Dr. Chef Felicia Ann Hill, recognize my immune system being compromised. I said it. Y'all can save it, share it. And look, I got to stand on the truth. As y'all used to say, or we used to say back in the day, on my mama. When I stopped, hear me out, quote me on it. When I stopped eating according to my blood type, and yes, that does mean that what I could eat that was good, clean, and kosher, at least 80 to 90% of the time, that's when I noticed my health starting to decline. My thyroid started acting up. My circulation, even with having some good vitamins. We're not even going to add in there the extra stress of me and missing my daughter and my mother and those who are transitioning this time. All of that plays a factor. All of that plays a factor. But I can tell you this much: when I started back eating according to my blood type, now this is what you get: more of a glow. And where's no makeup? Get your nails, start growing back healthier. I had to cut them off, growing back, cut them off, growing back. Thyroid is the next store to go down. Yeah, I worked out some for about the first month. I started getting chilly again. And then I had stopped. And then I noticed when I stopped and I started back eating back according to my blood type and started adding the extra minerals that I was going to need and started taking what did I take? See, y'all, some people ain't going to be this real with you, but I am. I told you, I'm keeping 1 million, or else I'm not coming before you all at all, because it's just too many folks to be lying to make money on here instead of just telling the truth that it helps set you free and it help you be more healthier. That's what it's supposed to have been about. So I started taking the thyroid nutrition for those y'all women that's lacking in that. And we have thyroid testing. Now this leads me to the tests. And we send you videos when you call in for consultation. The tests, the heavy metal tests. Most of us have this as an issue, being in the industrial country that we live in. And those who are around in other places with those, got the saliva testing. Y'all see that? Snapchat that if you can. At home tests, y'all, for those of y'all that don't want to have to, you want to kick out the middleman. That's what I told y'all, say, because somebody, they're taking it. I know y'all taking the information. I'm not talking about y'all that's tuning in. I'm talking about the others that ain't showing themselves. Take it in. It's out here now. Blood and urine, hormonal tests. Some of y'all still want to have children. We got tests for that. Prostate cancer, mental illnesses. Some of y'all, there's some that are suicidal. A lot of times you don't realize that that's connected to being, having low vitamin D and B vitamin intake that's not balancing out the brain properly. Yeah, it's not just because some trauma. That could be one part. But a lot of it is vitamin deficiency that we no longer get in our food because they've tainted the land. They've tainted it across the board. Don't let anybody fool you. What's saving some people is that they have access to sunlight. They have the vitamin D from the sun. And some people do have stronger genetic genes than others. Some. Yeah, because they was never raised on these artificial foods, and they don't live in these industrial companies where chemicals is being sprayed and put out in the air every time you look up. So our immune system here is not going to be got one for adrenaline stress. You all, when you call in for your consultation, we'll be able to get down to the bottom because we got in the very extensive. And I can go over it on the phone with you. When you call in to me, I can go over it uh, over the phone. We can do a check off of the list of things that you notice is going on in your body because you are your first doctor. You know what you're feeling more than I do. I'm not in your body. I'm just here to, when I hear you say that something is off or you're concerned about something, then from there, I can get an idea and say, that sounds like that could be the adrenaline. That sounds like that could be thyroid. That sounds like that could be. And then I leave it open for you all if you want to do Zoom. And if you want to chime in, for those of you all that are on social media, Messenger, Skype, there's other ways that we can videotape so I can get a chance to get a visual of those of you all that's comfortable with that. Some are more comfortable with just speaking on the phone. That's fine too. So we have it set up for that. So you can do your consultations that way as well. And your test results are sent through to one of the most prestigious laboratories that make sure that your testing is not tainted. Did you hear me? You heard me. There's a lot going on behind closed doors, y'all, that y'all don't know about. All I know is that when something is misdiagnosed, somebody makes money. When there's a lot of misdiagnosis, for whatever reason, breakdown of the machinery, human error. As they say, melanated women know how to, make them faces. Well, we done said a whole lot. So we got analysts on here. Read my face. I'm laughing, y'all, but I'm serious. Very. Very. Like I've said before, it's so many other things that I'm talented at doing, and that's not to toot my own horn. That's just me allowing you all to know how I could be doing things that's so much more funner and making a whole lot of money and wealth. But I chose to do this because this is the most meaningful, and this is what's most close and dearest to my heart. It's making sure that whatever and good information I find, and the best of the best that I can find to help those who are sick, those who are caregivers that really truly want to see yourself be given a fair chance of living a more healthier life, then this is far more rewarding than dancing, than sewing, than doing fashion guru, than going out to be this world renowned speaker, and then everybody hear me speak, and it's just so many other things I could be doing. Fortune 500 companies. Oh yeah, all of this stuff has been an opportunity. Oh, better yet, let me go behind the little storefront and then just wait right there to meet a few people versus coming on here every now and then and being able to it falling on the ears of more people. So I had to make some decisions, you all, and it is a great sacrifice. Trust me, it is. It is a great sacrifice. I walked away from quite a bit in order to stand my ground on making sure that my character, my spirit wasn't being compromised based off of image, based off of mansion, based off of, oh, you got a brand new Lexus, based off of, oh, you're making six figures. I know most can't do that, especially if you're doing something in health and wellness. Most can't do that. Oh, it look like you got you a nice looking, you know what? I like sleeping well at night knowing that everything that I'm doing when I wake up is 100% authentic and it's done from the purest form of my heart. That's what I like, and that's what I've always stood for. And sometimes, you all, we get sideswiped, just like they do when you get a misdiagnosis. Sometimes, as they say, the little devil or the big devil slips in unaware. The snake slips in and he gets you. How many of you know that when you are called, or chosen, or purposed to do greater work, and it's not your time, it's not your time to go, it's not your time to give up, then somehow, some way, a greater power will come from among high, and it blesses you, allows you to be able to have the strength and the spirit to be able to fight beyond the embarrassment, beyond sabotage, beyond betrayal, beyond death. And now you're still able to actually do what you've been purposed to do. Well, that's I. So I'm obligated to have to do this, you all, whether I ever get to a place to where I'm able to actually, live a life of luxury again, to where, oh, I have more to give, not more to just receive. Okay. So the tests is, we have pamphlets for these tests, you all. Yes, I'm using this Wellness Wednesday to let you know what your options are that a lot of people are not providing for you now. And these tests, what's the difference, doc, between those and the tests we get from the doctor's office? I answer it and say, yes, so much depth for that vaccination document. It was definitely help. Okay, good. It's good to know that you was able to take advantage of it. And let me see your other. There are 12 cells salt scorchulars discovered that our tissue needs homeopathic remedies. With what are the thoughts about the 12 mineral compounds? All of that, sister. The reason why there's not as much emphasis placed, that's a good question. The reason why there is not as much emphasis on it is it's just because of what I'm sharing with you now. Most people don't know that they lack in those minerals, and the only way you know it is by proper testing. And if you never had it, and if you never had those salts for yourself, if you're being realistic, and I'm a very realistic person, when I look across the stats of the 20 some plus years that I've been working on learning and still learning about ourselves, our system, and our bodies, most of us don't know what those levels are. And so in order to do that, you got to have proper testings for that in order to know that. Unless you've been blessed to have some, like I said, some really good, strong, powerful genes, and that's not an issue. But at some point, you will become a crash, so you would know. And so, yes, those compounds are very highly important. The body needs those. Is the answer to that? Yes, those 12 minerals are needed and more. We can get all the way up into 200 something that we know of different minerals the body needs alongside of the actual 12 cell salts, because our body is made up of sodium. But what has happened is that ever since they went on this so-called high blood pressure craze about everybody have high blood pressure, instead of labeling what it is, and that's constipation within the blood valves, constipation from us eating artificial frankenfoods, constipation in us not actually taking in artificial pills and supplementations that do not break down within the system. When high blood pressure became the number one, or one of the top number ones, is still associated with heart disease in this country. My understanding of that is that they equated that to too much salt. And so what happened is most of our people took and they took salt out altogether. Oh, I can't have no salt. It's going to mess with my high blood pressure. No, what you couldn't have and what you couldn't afford to take is salt without the minerals that actually come from the earth. Salt that didn't have proper amount of iodine. And there are different stages of iodine. Once again, these tests that we have can test all of your iodine testing, all of them. We have them specifically for that, to test for your minerals. These at-home kits, yes, it takes about a week to come back. And when you get your results, you call back. You call us back. And what we do is we break it down for you. Break it down for you, baby. Break it down. Okay, yeah, I had to get that because I was on the ball. I'm getting real serious. It's not a laughing matter. But I'm excited because now I do have the answers. I have more answers than just saying you need to take this and you need to take that. And yeah, and you need to go on a 21 day or a 17 day or 1 day, 3 day fast. Yes, that will help heal some things temporarily. But let's be realistic. Most people aren't, their lifestyles that we're living today is not allowing most to fast on a regular basis. And so again, even when you're fast, your body is losing those minerals, sister. So good answer. Hey there, Sister Diane. I'm like, I'm sorry, I did not see. Dr. Shelf, the wing 10-pack sanitary napkins, how much and do they come in a larger package? Yes, the panty liners do, sister, and that's $7. And then they come in tens because those turmeric strips that's in there is really the ones that works to help the balance off the pH balance. So those are $7 for shipping and handling. Thank you so much for your persistence. That's why I love, man. I love women and people that are persistent about their health and wellness. Y'all get a crown of glory for that. And yes, I'm going to say I've been a little biased because that was me. That's how I got here. I wasn't playing about my health and my well-being for myself, my children, my husband at the time. I wasn't playing. And so I'm that sister that was like, look, the most important thing to me in a relationship is not how big a ring can be, or how big the house can be, or how fancy the car can be. And I know that's some people, or how much money we got in the bank, but your health and wellness, your mental health, your spiritual health, and your overall health, because what's in you and I, receiver, comes back to me. And that can sicken me. And now we're not just a married couple or a happy family. Now we're a sick family. And I've lived that. I lived it for 20 some plus years of my 50 years of life here. And I watched it across the board. So it's Sister Diane Lockhart. Sorry, you took me there. I thought about it because you texted to me, and I thought I sent it back. But yes, I had been having a little few glitches here in these areas. A lot of people have been having issues with the glitches here. That's why I had to make sure I came before you all on this live. So if you didn't get it, my apology. But yes, $7. That's what I told you, but same amount, just with the extra few dollars that you would pay. But if you're going to get more, like for a couple of months supply, then that's no shipping and handling, because as you can imagine, they are pretty lightweight. So it won't be too expensive as far as your shipping and handling is concerned. Maybe about $6 or $7 for shipping and handling to where you are. So $7 per pack. And of course, the panty liners, if you go with those, then the panty liners, it's like 36 of them or so in theirs. But the actual medium large packs, there's 10 strips. What happens is that with this strip, I did have the actual folder with those scripts. What happened is that you don't have to change those out as much, ladies, because it's balancing out your pH balance. Even though they seem like they're thin, that once again, when you get authentic, we used to all this artificial stuff and this padded up toxic cotton that they're giving us, this artificial, and it's throwing off. Or then if the women start getting itching and you wonder why come you got an odor and all this extra stuff is going on, and I got a yeast infection, I got a urinary tract infection, and you thinking it's only coming from what you've eaten that wasn't correct or that wasn't healthy. No, it's coming from the paddings. We got many of them now. You guys text in and you want to start, I can send you videos now where they putting the pads up to the light and they seeing the spots, all of the mold and different things that's inside, because they got shelf life, you all. Well, when you have natural things like the turmeric strip that our product have in there, you don't have to worry about nothing molding. And you don't have to worry about the fact that they are 100% cotton. You see? And so that's the difference. And all the women are wearing those. That's been on the market for a while. And I'm just now getting access to it myself. I too have tried some of the different personal paddings, sisters, that been on the market that claim to be organic. And had, during that time. I'm being personal. I'm being personal intentionally and be like, hey, what's going okay, what's going on here? Yeah. And like, mm, going to the restroom, check like, I don't like these. So that's how serious we're supposed to be about our personal hygienes, ladies, women, beautiful women. That's how intentional you're supposed to be. And I know there's a lot of them that's out there that's telling y'all that it's okay. It's an industry. Don't forget that. Now, of course, you got to pay something because somebody got to make it, and it costs for them the material, you all. So we got to be realistic again. They're not giving this stuff away to us for free. We don't have a cotton out here, and if we did, most of us would get postpartum slave syndrome and start singing "My Ya" and start having some flashbacks, and some may break out into a seizure thinking about they trying to put us back out in the cotton field again. Yeah, I know that was a lot, but it's true because if we saw a cotton field, some of us, especially those y'all like my people from the South, and even though yes, they did own land, still some of them didn't. Some of them still experienced a whole lot of racism and some heinousness. Some I could tell you some stories, but I ain't gonna go there because it's not that kind of segment. Okay. Woo. Then all we can say is thank God we made it. We made it from that, you all, and I see that that's the reason why some of us have the drive and the mind and the spirit to look more deeply into, okay, what other kind of way are they trying to knock us off? What other kind of way? It's like I was talking to my brother Elliot. With special shout out from to my brother. He's next in line. He's the oldest brother of my siblings, and I'm very proud of him. He has recovered, you all, from a major accident that he had some a while back on his job, and he's recovering good. He's lost 40 pounds, and he's doing good. He's making sure he try to stay up on top of his health and wellness. He's a very responsible husband and father, and some of you all saw I posted my nieces, my older nieces, and second oldest nephew, and they graduating and doing really, really well for themselves, and being very responsible. And they do their best where they can to try to stay up on their health. But that was a scare for us. And we was talking. I got a chance to speak to him for a bit, and he was talking about how common sense is not common anymore. And how we really do have to question everything today. And anybody that gets upset with you, yeah, I'm gonna put it on note because I'm one that's gonna ask questions. I told somebody else, I said he was trying to do some other business, and they, we said we're gonna do it virtual, and this is a lot of personal information that we had to give online that had a lot to do with our wellness things. And so I said, I just want to know why, just ask the question: why do we have to do the wellness part separately? Why come this can't be included with the rest of the businesses? I didn't care nothing about there being no banker. I didn't care nothing about that. What I'm looking at is we got vital information going through here. Why does it have to be done virtually? Well, where there's others that could have access to our information. I'm gonna ask, what's the difference, and why do it have to be done from out of the other part of the state, the country? The other part of the states in Cali. Why it got to be done down there? What's different about the wellness part versus all of the other businesses? I asked it. Oh, well, no, it's just a convenience. I said, So when things shut down, y'all shut us down. No. And so we discussed how we need to go back to the times now where, just like I gave you all my direct number, my direct line to me. And Sister Diane, no, you got the direct line. Okay, you'll call me. Okay, thanks. Call me tomorrow. Okay, I'll keep a lookout for you, Sister Diane. Thank you so much. And I send my love to the grandbabies and to the children. I saw the beautiful pictures. They're beautiful. But yeah, I'm sitting up here and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, So if everything shut down and y'all got everything done virtually, then that means business shut down. And so that's why I told them, no, we're going to print out everything on paper. Go back to old school, y'all. You need both. So when it's time for me to go over and I need to know who my clients and need to catch up with y'all, leave your numbers, leave your emails, but definitely leave your numbers. And yeah, because automatically when we out of state from each other, sometimes that means if you don't have a holistic caregiver or that you're confiding in your health that's in your local area and you're on your health journey, that's something to be thinking about. Wait a minute, now how would I be able to get in contact with them if I'm on YouTube? Personal contact. Where do I send my mail? That does not stop right away. What location can I meet you? What middle ground can I meet you? I can get there, bus, car, plane, whatever. That's how serious this time is getting, you all. And that's the way we started off. And so that's just one of the conversations that I can send you all. Ask the question, and this way, through getting you all tests, I can't promote this enough. You're starting to educate yourself, because when we send you the videos, or those of you all that can get the videos, when we send you the videos and the breakdown of what it provides, let me get that right. When you send you the videos, look at that, diagnosing the metabolic syndrome, just to give you an idea of how detailed they are and how professional they are. They're the videos to be, you get videos concerning whatever your concern is for your health and wellness, okay? And so I just wanted to make sure that I gave out that information. You all, that time is most definitely getting by me. And we do have the vitamin D in liquid form, capsules, gels, with the K3. You all, is in now. You don't have to wait for mines. I'm saying get the getting while the getting is good. Okay. This is mine now, because this is what I support, because it's been proven to be the top of the line and the best results from the clients that my colleagues have already shared with me. And I've been right there by some listening to all the conversations, seeing some doctor statements, laboratory work. And of course, I can't share that private information online with you all. And once again, we want to make sure we got the B complex, sisters, stress disorders, thyroid issues. We got the bee pollen for those of you all that's not allergic to it. What else I have? Let me make sure I show vitamin C. We already showed the vitamin C. We got the selenium. Oh, we got the magnesium gel capsules, you all. I take the magnesium, and you all wondering what all I take now. They got my good results. And then if you need to put them in applesauce, you can. You need to open up a capsule for some of them. When you call in, you don't have to worry about that. You got the betaine. The betaine bitters, 120 capsules, and you can get from 30, 90, 60 days supply. We go down the list of the dispensary of everything that we got for all of your conditions. And so you wonder what I take now, every day, for the last few weeks. Yeah, and eating healthy and eating by my blood type. No, I don't eat all of the different meats and things that they have there, because too many of them are toxic. I take at least about 7 to 8 different kinds now, you all. That's how serious it was to me practicing veganism. Ooh, did I just say something at the end of this segment? Worstest thing that I could have ever did was and think that that here it is, we have shared DNA with certain animal bioparticles, things that some of our system needs depending on the conditions that you have, is to go strictly vegan on everything, even the authentic kosher things. Now I have the experience in that too, you all, for the last 3 years. Oh, I forgot to do my drum roll. Drum roll. So if I disappointed somebody and lost somebody, then oh well. I bid you Godspeed. I'm not going to give you no scripture on dead corpse. I'm going to say that you need to eat kosher like I've always stated, if you're going to do it, eat clean of a baby meat that you can that goes well with your blood type. I can't stress it enough. And I am providing the blood types for $25 for those of you all that want your own dietary strict law of how you should be able to eat, which would be best for you. And yes, for those of you all that have physician, you have your own physician, then you can take that through your physician without no problem. But the results can only be told by you saying how you feel, and then once you get proper testing. But you are going to be the one that determines. Your body is going to tell you whether or not it's working for you, not when you find out what your blood type is. And so, yeah, in some cases, for those of you out saying, well, I don't know what my blood's, I ain't been to the doctor, so I may have to get blood. There's tests for that to find out what your blood type is, at home tests. That's important. I just want to leave that with you all, and I'm going to get more and more in depth in it, but let's not forget, once again, you all want to help to support us, get your book, because that helps us to keep these things like this on the market for you all, keeping access to this dispensary. Get your Stealing a Woman's Treasure, which is breaking down everything, breast cancer and everything that's taking place, fibroids, and how it came about, what's going on with the woman's body. You can't beat that. This is the new editions coming out 21 for the holiday season and so forth. Get it while the supply lasts. Call in via text in. You have the Venmo information, Chime information. You had a Cash App. You all $21 for shipping and handling. You can get it now, because I wouldn't want to have to wait for that second batch if you don't have to. Okay, because we don't know what they're going to do. Then you got the medicine book. This is your almost your holy grail right here of all the information you need from 20 years ago up until now. And then even more historical information and how this came about and why it became a sin. And you see what the picture looked like. It's a lot of that so-called holistic and wellness coaches that know about this book and copycatted a lot from this, or learned a lot from it as well. But they did not give credit to who they should have gave it to. And yes, you heard it from me. They put everybody else on the pedestal but our own. And then you have the Thanksgiving, Dr. Chef's Thanksgiving cookbook, which, yes, you only have, I see on there, this picture and the Thanksgiving recipe. And the rest is going to be extra added inserts of foods that you can eat, and other extra added information that you all needed. And so that's $17. So if you want to Cash App, Venmo, or chime in that amount, please do so. Just note that I love you all. If there's any other questions or not any other questions, let me know. Please like and share. I'm just thankful to be back. Don't forget, we have your at-home tests. I don't give a price of this because it varies depending on the type of test that you need. And there's upgrade, more extensive tests if there is something more going on in your system, in order to make sure that before you get sold certain in-depth video, recommended to do certain vitamins, we want to make sure that you're good. If you already have your own lab tests, we accept those. You send it in, and we got people that can read them quite well. I'm one of them, but I'm still in the work in the progress. So that's why I have my team that I have that's very well educated and versed in reading lab results. And so these tests is all them. We have certain tests take saliva, dry urine, or blood. And we have it set where you can maybe get the instructions on exactly how to do it, and we can coach you through it. Okay. And what it does, and what we do, you send it back, and we'll have it back out to you. And then don't forget, we have the videos that you can be sent. And those who ought to have a health and wellness practice, if you want to figure out how you can get in pamphlets, and you want to be able to see what we can do with, and you want to have some access, and you all do have that. Let me put that out there. You have a health and wellness business of any sort, and you want to be able to offer it to your clients, then call in. That'll be considered a business call. You can set it up where you're able to do that too. You can't beat it. See, more of us got to we got to do it this way, y'all. The time is of the essence. We're almost at the breaking point to where it just, the main important thing for me is that you all have what you need. Please remember to store up on a lot of water, that you all that you can. Store up on a lot of your dry goods. Those you all that don't know how to can, you think that that's old fashioned to do, then get online on YouTube and figure out how to can your food, store up as much as you can, okay, as much as you can for your family. Hey, that's the time I gave you a good shout out. Thank you so much for the donation for the families. And y'all don't forget the Cash App information is there in the chat, and for Venmo and for Chime for those you all that want to give. Thank you so much, sister, for your donation towards the sister and her children. That was very helpful. It does. You all know I haul. I got a truck now. I traded in a fancy car for a good old truck, so that I can make sure I have no excuses, no reason, and to economize. So when it's time for me to haul things, I can haul it. Yeah, I'm going country. I'm a city country girl. Big old truck. They were like, "What you get in that big old truck?" My daughter still saying, "Why you in that truck?" I said, "So they can see me when I'm coming." I said, "Shh." I said, "Little people do big things." No, but it's honestly it's for so that I can make sure that I and always I didn't never want to have anyone saying to me, oh well I can't well we don't got enough room. We can't get these products, we can't get the food, we can't get this there. That's what my truck is for. So yeah, time out for looking cute and let's get it on. Let's hit the road and let's get the stuff to the people that need it. Period. That's it. So yeah, so sorry that you have missed out. You came in late, sis. I'm gonna go ahead. I have to tune out up here now for what right at the hour. Yeah, I'm right at my hour. I'm doing better, y'all. Trying to make sure we simming it down because a lot of us have been spoiled in the few minute segments. But because I had a lot to share, and I am going to get around to breaking down what each and everything is for that we have. We often have things on Amazon as well, where you all can go on Amazon, and I will direct some of you all to it, and that would be the link to us and any extra little seeds that we do get from it. That just helps us to be able to keep this thing going, where we're able to provide to you all the best of the best. Because once again, they don't allow these accounts to regular people. They only or for those who don't have the credentials, they only allow, and they do a lot of extensive background check, you all. Yeah, just to get the best quality of something. Why you just can't walk in the store and do that? We know why. As we said, if the car ain't broke, you don't have no need for no mechanic. House don't need an issue. You have no need for a carpenter. If you're not making sure a lot of people are sick, then you have no need for a physician. Yeah, I said it. If you never learn how to do your hair, you have no need for no beautician. See, so we're not like that much. Holistic people are not like this much, at least for those of us who's actually sane mind about it and not doing crazy stuff and not thinking that it's one style or form of treatment that fits all. No such thing. We're all uniquely and beautifully and wonderfully made. Those of us who know better, we see our goal is to get you to come to us, and then therefore we provide you with the most accurate information for your body type, and then preferably within a reasonable amount of time, as long as you are applying your regimen, that you get well enough to be able to just share it with someone else and say that I am doing better, I'm feeling better, I am better. Not to have you keep coming back and worse because we gave you something or offered you something that did not work or was not rendering good results once you actually followed the regimens. We're not fun. No, we don't want to I don't want to make a living that way. I say it to you all the time. I like going to sleep with peace, with a peace of mind, knowing that I don't have to toss and turn because I sit there and sold people something that they don't have to have. And that's the reason why, too, I had to do this on my own mostly. Because the integrity that it takes to make sure that even when you can make a profit off of someone that don't know, versus making a lot of money off of somebody because they don't know. That takes integrity. And a lot of people don't have that when they see the cha-ching. Okay? So I just wanted to reiterate on that. You call in, just know that's what you have access to. You have access to at-home kits. Please do diligent. Call in, text in for your upgraded version of the Thanksgiving book for this season. I am going to be working on putting together some nice seasonal pages so those you all that want to give out wellness baskets or boxes for your family. And then the medicine book, you can't forget this Bible of wealth of health and information, like I stated. And now you all will have access to those who can that believe in investing in your health. You can get direct contact with getting a consultation with the author themselves in order to be able to get that wealth of knowledge for yourself and your family. And then last but not least, both books will be $21. The Dr. Chef book will be $17. And then you have access to being able to get your first bibs and batch on the Stealing a Woman's Church book. Okay. All right. Look forward to hearing from you, Sister Tyra, Sister Diane, for your order. And then anyone else, if I left y'all, please charge it to my head, not to my heart. Okay. We're working on both. Okay. And working on it. Still working on it. Not done yet. So I want you all to have a beautiful evening. And remember now, what did my other wellness coach say? She said, now we're going to turn this into, at the end of the day, not the Wellness Wednesday. What did she call it? She called it the Winding Down Wednesday. And then I pray that you all sleep well. All right, you all wind down and have you enjoy the rest of the evening. Please call in. Don't forget the 618-388-8100 number, and then the 314-705-6264 number. And then the email is drchef1798@gmail.com. And then also you all can reach me by the Dr. Chef Wellness.com or Dr. Chef Health and Wellness.com. It's in the chat, you all. Please do so. And don't forget that for you all that can afford to be able to give donations to those of us who are trying to help those in need, then please do so and do that. Put it in the notes that's what you want, or either text or call in and let me know that that's what you want to do it for. And those you all that don't mind a shout out, I'll give a shout out for you. Until next time, remember, let's continue to thrive and survive in 2025. Peace, love, and good health always.